everyone, welcome to Feldynn's favourite 5 medium tractors of FS19. Well, here we are once again, everybody, and it is 10 AM just coming up on whatever day of the week this is, in the fantastic map of 6 Ashes, for another edition of Here's My Shed. No, not quite. Today it's my 5 favourite medium tractors of Farm Sim 19, and I've made it a little bit easier on myself this time. I got one nice big shed, which you can kind of see through the doors a little bit, but we won't go too close to give you too big of a hint as to what's lurking behind. That was kind of why I pointed it away from the sun. I didn't do that on purpose, but it sounds good, doesn't it? So, yeah, let's get right on into it. Okay, so first one behind door number 1. Oh, it's a nice shed, this. We have, let's check my notes here. You might be thinking it's a case. Well, it kind of is, but as you can see there, it's showing as a Steyr 9250. And this is the Case IH720 series mod by Matt26. And let's just get in it and have a look, start her up and see how it goes. Okay, as you can see, it's a slightly older tractor in here, so let's start it up and see how it sounds. Not bad, not bad. Let's have a quick run outside into the light so we can get a better look at it. Okay. Oh, doesn't that look nice? Now, obviously this is a case, usually, but some of the engine options turn it into a Steyr, however you pronounce that. And yeah, it's got these fancy row crop tyres on it, and it's just generally a very, very cool tractor, very sort of 80s/90s looking, and it drives really well. It's a very capable little workhorse of a tractor, loads of options, very, very nice. And yeah, like I say, there you can see that dashboard. It's very sort of 80s, early 90s kind of look. So let's park it back here, just for now. And yeah, you can actually see on the dashboard there it says Magnum, so it's a Case Magnum. But let's take a look at it in the shop. Okay, here we are. It is the 7200 series, as I said. Base price, 88 grand. That's not half bad for, I think it starts at 155 horsepower. Just double check. Yep, there we go. Engine options wise, we go up to a 170 horsepower, the Pro, then the 188, 7220, 7220 Pro, 190, then keep going up, and obviously it's costing more here, all the way up to 7240 Pro, 239 horsepower. Oh no, a bit further, 261 for the 7250 Pro. And then we hit the Steyr brand ones. So we can scroll up through them a bit. Now they only go up to 276 horsepower, but that's plus 55 grand for that. And the Magnum was 50 grand for a little bit more. But at the end of the day, you're getting a 250 horsepower tractor for around about 140, 150 grand. That's not bad. You know, that's decent money. And it does, it's got a nice selection of wheels, you can see, dual tyres on the Trelleborgs, narrow wheels, the old row crops. I think there were some, it's all fairly standard, your wides, your weights. I don't recall there being anything massively comical in there. You got your front hitch, obviously, and weights and things. And a few, actually no colour options, you just got the white for the wheels, which is Steyr white. But yeah, that's a really good tractor for the price. Very, very good deal. Okay, now back to the field and the shed. Let's see what's behind door number 2. Okay, let's turn this off. Hop out. And there we go. Lovely, lovely little tractor that. Well, lovely medium tractor that. So, on we go to door number 2. And as you can tell, this shed isn't generally segmented, so I had to pop in some bales just to cause a bit of a blockage so you can't see exactly what's there. That was interesting to do, but thankfully telehandlers are quite good. But anyway, door number 2. We have an interesting little Deutz-Fahr. Now, this is the Deutz-Fahr Agrotron 128/150.6 by Redcat 3D. This is available on all platforms, as was that case as well. I forgot to mention that. But yeah, this one we've got set up as the Agrotron 150. So let's hop in and have a look. If I can get off the bales there, climb over everything. Okay, here we go. Lovely. It looks pretty nice inside. See how it sounds. Oh, bit of an engine beep there, warm-up thing or whatever that was for. Bit throaty, sounds pretty good. Let's have a look. Nice bright yellow, or green, or whatever Deutz-Fahr colour this is. Give it a quick run through the field. Now, this tractor, I was never sure if it should be a medium or a small tractor, because it's kind of on the small end of the mediums, but it's on the big end for a small tractor. But it's priced incredibly well for what it is, and it is very, very capable. Nice, speedy little tractor. Let's pop it over here next to the case Steyr thing. Oh, almost saw it was inside the shed there. That would have been a disaster. But yeah, okay, let's have a look at this one in the shop. Okay, here we are. So, for the base model, the 128, it's 130 horsepower and only costs 31 grand. That's it. That was the base price. That's not me like editing the mod or anything. That was how it came out of the box. And that's actually really good for like a semi-modern 130 horsepower tractor. You really can't go wrong with that. Colours, they're fairly limited. You just got grey or grey in the wheels, and sort of old and new, but there's no price difference. Well, actually it costs more to have old paint on it. Who knew that was a thing? But yeah, so this one also takes a front 3-point or without the PTO, I think. Yeah, and weights and whatnot. Fairly general set of tyres, yeah, nothing exciting or different. You've got the 128 model and the 150 model tyres, and yeah, wides, weights, narrows. They've got old narrows or new narrows, and just a few other fairly standard tyre options. Yeah, all good stuff. And engine-wise, we've got the Agrotron 128, and then the 150, which is 150 horsepower, and that only puts it up by 500 or 5,500 pounds, euros, or dollars. So at the end of the day, and it does take a front loader as well, so that's handy. So at the end of the day, you've got with a 3-point on it. Okay, the 3-point costs quite a bit, to be fair, but even that, yeah, sort of spec'd out pretty good. You've got 150 horsepower tractor, or with a front 3-point and PTO, and you're still only looking at 46 grand and 600. That's pretty epic for a medium tractor and 150 horsepower of pretty much anything. I like that one a lot. Yeah, that's usually one of my go-to tractors, especially if I'm on a budget and I need something with a little bit of horsepower that's yeah, sort of in that mid-range. Okay, well, let's head back out and turn the engine off and see what's next. I do like the interior on this one as well. It seems to be a bit of a theme with me. I kind of like the older looking tractors, but I mean, this one's sort of semi-modern. I would guess it's a 90s model. It may even be late 90s, early 2000s looking at it, but yeah, very nice anyway, by Redcat 3D there. So let's turn her off and hop out, and let's have a look behind. Door number 3. I'd do a drum roll, but you know, that would probably be like copyright music or something. But anyway, let's see what we got. And this is a load of bull. As you can see there, he says headbutting the 3-point link. This is a fantastic Lamborghini. and it is the Mach 250 Ti, I think that says, or VTI or something. Let's hop in it and see what it says. There we go. Oh yeah, the Mach 250 VRT. Now this one, aside from looking absolutely brilliant on the inside, sounds great as well. Let's start her up. Oh, nice. Nice, nice. Let's get out in the sunlight and see how she looks. There we go. Now this one is an interesting beast. This is a mod, but it's a mod that also comes as a Giants version, which is available for all platforms. The mod itself is Lamborghini Mach VRT by Die Landeier and LS Zockerstube. Hopefully not butchering them too much. But yeah, this is the modded version of a Giants mod. Sadly, this one is PC only. I think because it's got the tyre inflation script in it, and I think it's got some more colour options than the base Giants one. It just comes in this sort of sand metallic and an orange as well, and it just looks fantastic. Well, I think it does anyway. Let's give it a quick drive around the field. Have a bit of a look at it, see how it goes. No, try not to drive through the hedge. Although that would be kind of appropriate on an English map, driving into a hedge with a Lamborghini. Just call me Mr. Clarkson. Yes. But yeah, this is a fantastic tractor. It's very, very cool. And definitely quite the chonky beast. In fact, let's take this out onto the lane and see how good it does here. Have a look at that. That's not something you'd want to see coming down a British lane at you too very many times. Lovely. Oh, we need to find somewhere to turn around here now. I could go through the hedge, but that would be rude, wouldn't it? Yeah, there should be oh yeah, there's a little junction here. So, well, in fact, I can go in here. Let's turn around in this poor bugger's house. There we go. This is actually the starting farm on the map. If you do the like regular start mode. So let's toddle off up here, back to the shed area, and park her up and have a quick look in the shop. So this one, I think we're going to park sort of in the bush here, or at least next to it. There we go. Okay, into the store. Okay, here we are in the shop. And this is a pretty reasonably priced tractor, I think. Yeah, 229 horsepower for 152 grand. That's not bad. And now the rim colour, you've got a choice of grey, sandy beige, I guess that is, or grey, or the gloss black, and the sort of the matte black, which is the one I quite like on this. Now seat colour, I don't know if you can see it in there, it is currently like a plastic beige, and you've got, no, don't buy it, you've got a nice leather, switch that back, yeah, you can see it's kind of more shiny, sort of vinyl plastic looking seat in there. You've got the leather, or you've got black leather. Nope, don't buy it, I need to get a new controller. But yeah, nice black leather seat. Same with the interior, you've got, nope, not that button. You've got the leather version of the beige, sort of brown, camel, or whatever colour it is, and then the black plastic and black leather. Although quite why you'd want a leather interior in a tractor, that sort of confuses me a bit, because that's going to get really dirty and ruined. But yeah, for the main colours you've got the default white, that sort of sandy beige metallic one that I quite like the look of. And you've got the sort of gloss version of it, I guess, or might even be a matte version, sort of almost bone white at that point, and a nice orange, and Warrior. I assume that's some sort of special edition colour, possibly. I don't know if it actually says Warrior. No, it doesn't say Warrior on it. But yeah, it's still zoomed all the way out. Yeah, tyre choices, you've got all the standards, wides, weights, standards, weights, jewels. It does look very nice with jewels on it. Very nice. And then you've got the broad tyre pressure. that was the one that I had. And then back to standards. You got Michelin's. Same sort of deal. No weights on that. Mitas. Wides and the tyre pressure. Yep. And then back to the Trelleborgs. You can have a beacon on it. Yay! Hopefully it folds down when you try and go into a shed, eh? Okay. This does take a front loader. Stoll or Allo, or even the Hoya, however you say that one. And engine size, it starts at the 229 horsepower. Again, for 150 odd grand with a few minor changes, that's not bad. Then you've got a 249 or 269, I think that's the max. Yeah, 269 is the max. Even that's only 175 grand. That's not bad. That really is not bad. That's a gorgeous looking tractor. Like I say, this version is the PC only mod by Die Landeier and LS Zockerstube. But there is a Giants version of this tractor, so you can at least have the sort of the base model, the white standard one, if you're on consoles. So that's something. So yep, let's hop on out and see what's next. Okay, let's turn this puppy off. Lovely. That is just a gorgeous tractor, that. Okay, so number 4. This is again, these are in no particular order of preference. Like it's not a 1 to 5, top 5, with the last one being my best favourite tractor. It is it's just like my favourite in random order sort of thing. But anyway, let's continue. You may have guessed what this one is from through the door, but let's pop in and have a look anyway. And it is a New Holland. New Holland T7 at 225, no less. Let's hop in, have a look. Steering wheel comes down, that's nice. Nice blue seats, bit of the old blue power going on in here. Let's take her outside and have a look. Very nice interior. It's a really, really well done model, this. Now, hop out into the sun. As you can see, I do have the blue power colours on here. Nice bit of blue and white, shiny metallic. Yeah, this is just such a smooth tractor. Yeah. I don't have any preferred brands of tractor or sort of equipment or anything. I just like what I like. You know, I'm not a die-hard like John Deere or Case fan or anything like that. But yeah, lovely. Now, this one is similar sort of size to the Lamborghini actually, but for some reason it doesn't feel like it. It doesn't have that sort of big chunky, sort of thick Lamborghini feel to it. I don't know if that's just me, or the way it's actually sort of put together differently maybe, but that is a smashing tractor. Okay, this one we are going to park up just here in the corner and let us have a look at it in the shop. Okay, here we are. Now, I forgot to mention what this was. I just realised that. This is, obviously it's the New Holland T7 series short wheelbase version, or SWB, I think that's what it stands for. This is a mod by Blauea, or Blauea Augen modding, which is Blue Eyes modding in German. Yep, but it's a fantastic tractor. The pack itself comes with, I think, the long wheelbase and the short wheelbase. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, that's a long wheelbase version. That's not the one we've got, but you can see it is quite a bit chunkier, and it does get a bit heftier on the horsepower. But yeah, I like this one. It's a slightly smaller version, short wheelbase one. Comes with a 3-point link, as you can see on the front there. Now, it does cost money, and it does come by default, so if you didn't want that, you could always go for some weights instead, and they cost you nothing. Colour-wise, we got a sort of small selection on the wheels. We've got Fiat Agri, Blue Power, and then just black or communal orange if you fancy something different. The main colour, we got your standard, your Blue Power, Fiat Agri 2, One of these I think might be a metallic red, but even that's a nice looking red. Oh no, they're both just sort of gloss type reds. And then you got your black and interesting silver. It's again that sort of slightly beige tinted silver, I guess, depending on if your eyes are better than mine, which I'm sure they are. And even comes in green, which again, not that bad of a colour. Or the old communal orange there. But let's send it back to green and give it some white wheels, because why not? Just for funsies. And the, whatever this colour is, design colour, Blue Power, Standard, Fiat Agri, or Chrome. Yeah, that changes, oh yeah, the vent covers basically. Yeah, and the, sort of, yeah, the hood vent stuff. Bonnet vents, all that good business. But yeah, let's have a quick look here. Tyres, it's got all the usual suspects. You know, wides, weights, regulars, weights, duals. Under the Michelin, your Mitas, same sort of thing. Trelleborg, it might actually have narrows in the Trelleborg section, if I remember correctly. But again, it's a very nice tractor with duals. Does look good. Then, oh yep, there's your narrow crop tyres, care wheels, or however you wish to describe them. Design is, oh yeah, that changes the logo on the side and the seat in the back there, or in the cab rather. So Blue Power changes it to that sort of grey-blue, different logo. And on the side there as well. Then you've got a Fiat Agri one, which doesn't seem to change anything. It basically looks like the New Holland ones. So not quite sure what the deal there is. But anyway, you've got some lights, you've got the exhaust grille, you can have regular or chrome. Wheel arches, or you can have the big chunky wheel arches if you want to have some bigger tyres on there. Now the engine on this one, being the short wheelbase, is you've got your 165 horsepower, 175, 190, 210, 225, which I think is the top. It is, yeah. And I mean, looking at that, 225 horsepower with, yeah, I didn't switch to anything else. 225 horsepower for just under 150 grand. You know, it would be just over if you have the front 3-point on there. Actually, it might not be, because I did change the colours. But yeah, I mean, again, it's a brilliant price for a tractor. It's really not bad. And the other one in this pack, the LWB one, that goes up even higher. It might even go closer to 300 horsepower for about another 30-40 grand on top, maybe. You know, it's hard to beat. It's a good, solid tractor. So yeah, let us head back to the field and the shed and see what the last pick of the day is. Okay, yeah, that's lovely, that. I do like that. I know there are some New Hollands where you can actually change it to a proper Fiat Agri, you know, it changes the logos and all sorts. But yeah, so let's hop out of this beast and go see what the final one is. Now, this one I will tell you is a PC only mod, sadly. I really wish this one came to console. But let us have a look at it. Well now, doesn't that look interesting? I have no idea how you pronounce that. It might be like Russian for lizard, or Ukrainian for lizard. I'm entirely not sure. But let's hop into it. Now, here we go, yes. This is what it's called. It's a Lizard K5. Now, when we actually get into it, the name that pops up at the bottom, I have no idea why it's saying that. The Lizard Yams 53, whatever. Because that, I think, is one of the trucks that we got a while ago. But, yeah, this is the Lizard K5 by Cheb Mods. Sadly, it is PC only. But it's a fantastic interior on this thing. Let's get us started up and out into the sun. Good solid start-up sound there. Nice looking dials and dashboards and things that have lit up. Let's exit the shed. There we go. Now look at that. That's a properly nice medium tractor, that is. Oh yeah. I do like that. Now there's an interesting sort of story behind this tractor from what I understand, from some things I've looked at, a bit of research I've done. This is, for all intents and purposes, the modern version of the Kirovet's 700A, I think, or a modern version in that line. The old Kirovet's tractors, we might have a look at that in the shop in a minute, is, it was used to transport missiles back in the Cold War, I guess, maybe. It was basically just used to tow missiles around on those giant tractors and stuff, or trailers that they had. And then it was used in farming after that. It might have been back in World War II, possibly. I didn't look that much into the history, but I should have, because it is interesting. But this was the, so far as I can tell, this is a lizard version of the Kirovet's K5. And it is a blinding little tractor. So yeah, let's head over here. And we'll go park up next to the Deutz, I think. Now, obviously the turning circle is not brilliant on this thing, because it is a chunky boy, being an articulated tractor. But now the steering is a bit weird when you're going backwards compared to some of the other ones. But it is, once you get the hang of it, it's brilliant. And it does drive really well. It's very, very smooth for the size of it. So yeah, let's have a quick look in the store. And we'll look at the old Kirovet's first quick, because that's not actually one that's on show here. Although that is a favourite as well. It's kind of a shoe-in. But yeah, into the shop we go. Okay, yeah, so this is the Kirovet's K700A. People that have been around the Farm Sim games for a while, the franchise, they may recognise this, because I'm pretty sure it came up as a mod in the mod hub, or even in-game standard on some of the previous versions. Yeah, this was the one that towed missiles back in the day, and it is a beautiful, beautiful looking bit of kit, this. But yeah, anyway, off to the K5 we go now. Okay, and this is the K5. Now, there's not a lot of options to it. It's fairly fairly simple mod as mods go, but you've got 250 horsepower for 110 grand. That's really hard to beat, if I'm honest. I mean, unless you get the old version, of course, which is I think that was like similar sort of horsepower for about half the price. But yeah, you got some glass coloured options, tinted, untinted. Then you got the wheels, standard and twins. That's it. Colour-wise, we have we got red, we got black. Honestly, it looks good in all these colours. It's just a really well put together tractor. No, don't buy it. There's the white. That looks pretty nice. The yellow that we chose outside, again, I do like that as well. I mean, it's hard to go wrong with that sort of yellow and black colour scheme. Always very, very well, works very well together. Green, no, don't buy it. Green, that one I'm not so fond of. Not that I don't like green, because green's a cool colour, but I think it might just be the... it's one of those colours that, like, it just doesn't suit this shape of tractor, sort of thing. And the blue actually looks really good too. It's a very nice, sharp, almost New Holland style blue. Very, very nice tractor, that. I do like it a lot. So, back out here we are. And let's just turn this one off. There we go. And for a medium tractor, that's actually pretty hefty. But yeah, this is our spread. We got New Holland, a Lamborghini, a Case/Steyr, Deutz-Fahr, and the old Kirovet's/Lizard K5. What a lovely bunch of tractors they are. And obviously, a shed from my extensive shed collection. But yeah, so there we have it. Well, everyone, I hope you've enjoyed whatever this was. So if you have, please hit the like button and Subscribe too if you haven't already. And comments are always welcome. Please tell me what your favourite 5 tractors are. If you like these, or there are different ones that you like. Or if you think these are all terrible, you can tell me that too. It's all good. And if you want to share this video, that would be greatly appreciated. So thank you all very much for watching, and hope to see you on the next one. Cheerio.